Oh, we are live! How are we, lads? Come on, the footy! The footy's back! Guys, subscribe to the channel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah! The Cowboys win it! Woo! Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to the Sunday football review for round 14 of the 2022 NRL season. And to help me review 3 games from Sunday football today, it is the great ProEnzo Vidz. Lorenzo, thanks for coming on the review, mate. I really appreciate your time tonight.
Yeah, all good. It was a very, very one-sided day of footy, that's for sure. But it was a good result for obviously Manly, so I'm happy about that. But what a day it was, eh?
Oh, mate, it was a weird old day. There were some games that actually looked all right, and then they ended up blowing out. Like, for example, the Tigers and Seagulls game. The Tigers were in that game for a very long time, and then they just faded away. The longer it went on, the better Manly got. What else happened? Fucking Newcastle against Penrith. Newcastle were never in that game. Penrith was too good there, 42 points to 6 down there in Newcastle. And Sharks and Warriors. Well, the Warriors got out to a 12-0 lead early on, and then they got absolutely blown out of the way, blown out of the park, 38 points to 16. I know it's hard to pick ProEnzo because all the games were floggings, but what game did you enjoy the most today besides Manly? But I don't know. It's hard to say because you're a Manly fan, but was there any game that you thought was decent today?
Yeah, apart from the Manly Tigers game, I will say the Warriors and Sharks game was good up until maybe the last half an hour of the second half, because the first half was actually competitive. Like, it could have gone either way. Warriors were in it. Sharks were like good, but they were on the back foot sometimes too. The Warriors playing well, so I'll go that one out of the Knights Panthers game, because the Knights Panthers game was just rugby league, right?
If you wanted to have a sleep while watching the footy, the Newcastle versus Penrith game was for you. That was a bludger, and I'm telling you right now, we will not spend long on that game. That was a bludger. Let's go back to the very first game in just a sec. I want to say hello to everybody in the live chat. We've got 14 people in the chat as we speak. We have got SS Stormfan, Electrical Dust, Mr. Lachlan. We've got Jason Reader. We've got Boat. We've got V9 Black Wolf Beast, Drizzy's YouTube channel. We've got King_Julian_96. CJ Moxley is here as well, and the chat is building. And everybody in the chat, I hope you've all had a fantastic Sunday, and I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. And obviously tomorrow's a public holiday, and we got Bulldogs and Eels tomorrow, which I cannot fucking wait for. Huge rivalry game. Cannot wait for Dogs Eels tomorrow. But let's go back to the very first game, my friend. Tigers 4, Manly 30. ProEnzo, as a Manly fan, Manly didn't even play that great in attack, but then the Tigers just fell apart, didn't they?
Yeah, well, this is what I told you earlier. Our attack wasn't like good, and this is not like Manly, because our attack is usually it's pretty good. Like, we don't often struggle in attack. It's just today, for some reason, the passes weren't gelling. Execution close to the line wasn't like good in the first half. I thought the kicking game wasn't that good either. I think that's where we probably missed Cherry Evans with his kicks and that.
Definitely.
Because Schuster doesn't know how. Well, he's not good enough kicking the ball in the last yet. Foreign had to do so much, and that's not fair on him either. So while our attack wasn't great, I think we did enough to win. So I was happy with our defense. Our defense was pretty good, I thought. And I've got to say, the standouts for me were Ola Kawatu. He was massive in our win. Just seeing how how he's growing as a player every week with the tries he's getting and how he scores his tries close to the line. It's freakish with the potential he's got, and Aloye,
Oh,
Siki.
Alloway. Oh,
Fuck yeah, he would love that one against his old club, a double two. So
well,
he's gonna be happy with that one.
I said this. I think when they last played, when Alloway scored against the Tigers, 6 weeks ago or whatever it was, I remember saying
Yeah,
Josh Alloway. Remember when he left the Tigers and he hated him and he gave it to him and he said,
yeah,
"This
that's
club is
right.
so shit. They don't
Yeah,
treat you normal." And he scored a double today. He also he scored the first try today and he scored a double as well. So fair play to him. The Tigers. I felt sorry for him. I felt sorry for Brett Kamali. First game as interim coach, and he just looks so depressed. Robbie
tough job.
Farrell was in the box. Robbie Farrell was up there with him. Um, Gavin Badger was in there, who works at the West Tigers now. I think Tim Sheens was even in there at some point as well.
Yeah.
The Tigers at the moment, it's just not a happy camp at the Tigers. Things will turn around eventually, but it's going to take a little bit of time until the Tigers get going again, isn't it?
Yeah, Tigers they're in a real hole. I mean, people are going to say, "Oh, Madge is the issue. If he Madge is the issue, or he's not the issue." But look, at the end of the day, the players also have a big responsibility to hold to themselves as well because they're on the field playing, and it's just so many errors they have and so many like bad calls they make to let themselves down. Like it's not first grade standard, and I think Kamali. It's going to be unfair to see what he might see in the next 12 weeks of himself coaching because I don't
Oh,
think it's going to be fun. It's not going to be fun what he's going to receive. So, fuck, it's tough for Tigers,
you
honestly.
need someone new. You need someone fresh to come in there and just completely change the scenery of things. The Tigers remind me of where the Gold Coast were a couple of years ago. Remember when everyone said, get rid of the Gold Coast? And no one knew what they were doing. And everyone said it's the biggest job in the NRL to get them going. Well, they brought in Justin Holbrook, who came over from the Super League, over from St. Helens. Someone new, new ideas, fresh face, fresh voice. And he got them going. And he got the Gold Coast going. And I think the Tigers need to do the exact same thing, bro. I think they need to get someone new, someone completely different, and just come in there and change absolutely everything.
Yeah, they need a new voice, that's for sure. A new voice with new ideas that can definitely somehow change the squad and bring players in that are actually good, not players that have had a bad history and that are just not worth what they're getting at the moment.
Yeah. Get out. I don't care. Get out. And sorry, mate. Just my little cousin trying to interrupt me.
That's all good.
Um, bloody. I just feel like if I get someone new in there, someone with fresh ideas, different voice, it'll make a huge difference. Holbrook did it at the Titans. No one at the Titans even knew who Holbrook was. Everyone just knew he was a coach of St. Helens and they were a dominant team. And now Holbrook turned them around. I know the Titans are going dog shit at the moment, but he made them a better side. They weren't in the bottom four. They were improving. They were in the eight. They did some good things. So the Tigers need to go in a different direction. And maybe Christian Wolf, who's coaching St. Helens at the moment, who could become an NRL coach by next year.
Yeah,
Maybe that's who the Tigers should look at. Just go with someone completely different, someone completely out there. Why not? But oh mate, the Tigers' best player today, in your opinion, who was it? Because it's so hard to pick them out.
well, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. There wasn't many. I thought Alex Twelve tried hard for the middle. I thought Stafford Toll wasn't too bad in defence, but
Yeah,
there was barely anyone. It was all Manly pretty much, unfortunately for them.
I thought Jackson Hastings tried his guts out as always, but what can he do with that fucking team? If I was him, I'd be looking at a different club next year. I'd be going in a different direction. If I was him, I'd be trying to get out of there. I know he just went there and he is the Tigers' probably their best player, but far out. Hang on, just a sec. Oi, oi, door out. Fucking hell. Sorry, mate.
No, it's all good.
Jackson Hastings, he's easily their best player. Ken Mamalo tries hard every week. Leilua, Garner, they all have a go, but and also Alex Toll as well. But things just go well. And if Jackson Hastings does want to leave the Tigers, which wouldn't surprise me, I would go somewhere else.
Yeah, I would. I mean, for him, it's tough because he also loved playing under Madge. You know, he obviously had a high respect for him, but since he's gone now, apparently there's rumors that he might want to leave the club. But how true that is, I don't know. But yeah, look, it's not easy for him, especially how the Tigers are playing, and he's only one that tries pretty much.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But mate, Manly on the other hand, very good performance from the Seagulls. I thought they were quite good in that second half. They sort of ran away with it towards the end. Um, Ever since Tommy Turbo has been ruled out for the season, Garrick's at fullback has been doing a job, bro. What have you made of Ruben Garrick at fullback so far?
Oh yeah, no, Ruben's been great. He's done a really good job. I think he's locked in that position for the rest of the year. Seems to be getting comfortable there week in week out, and yeah, I think he's done really well. Like he's making meters, scoring tries, and I think he's a very handy player. And yeah, we've got to keep him long term. I think he's adds a lot to that team, and I've been enjoying him.
Yeah. Thought Morgan Harper also had a good game today. I thought Koala was exceptional. Um, Schuster and Foreign as a halves pairing. I mean, obviously, it's only a fill-in sort of thing for them two together, but they're not going too bad together as a halves pairing, but not a big fan of them, to be fair. Josh Alloway, I thought, had his best game on the season today. I thought he was outstanding. Olakawatu was very good. Croker had a reasonable game out there. Jake Trbojevic, fuck me. I said the other day on the podcast that I don't want him anywhere near the Origin team, but fuck me, he's making a case. He
Mm.
wants to get back in that Origin side, and I thought today he was outstanding. I know it's only the West Tigers, but I thought Jake Trbojevic was outstanding today, ProEnzo Vidz.
Yeah. His defense in the middle is good. He offers a lot in defense. I was worried when he got tipped over by Naden.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
But no, he was all right. So that's the main thing. But yeah, he made a statement today, Jake.
Oh, he made a statement, all right. I'm just having a look how many tackles the bastard made.
Oh, it would have been like 40, 50 maybe.
Oh, 38 tackles, but
38.
still very good. Still very good. Very good performance from Jake Trbojevic. That bull on the inside, the Josh Alloway was class. That was brilliant. That was.
Yeah,
Mate, we'll get into it now because the game was a bludger. It was a mainly 30-4 win. The Brent Naden accidental lifting tackle on Jake Trbojevic on his head. Brent Naden instantly was remorseful. Went straight over to Jake. He pretty much crawled over to Jake Trbojevic and said, I'm so sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Naden got sent off. Right decision or wrong decision for the send off?
Well, at first I was like, it's harsh, but seeing it when how many times this has happened and seeing like this is what you want to get out of the game, I think the send off is the way to go, and that's the only way players are going to learn not to do those sort of tackles. So I think the send off was the right call at the end of the day.
Who's the Manly player that got sent off against South when they play at the Central Coast?
Oh, Carl Lorden, yeah, him.
Carl Lawton. If Carl Lawton is a send off, so is the Brett
Yeah.
Naden one on Jake Trbojevic.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to be consistent.
I had no problem with the send off. I thought it was the right decision, but I'm glad Naden went over to him straight away and was instantly remorseful. I'm not defending Brent Naden and what he did. It was dumb. It was silly, but it was an accident. He lost his footing. Didn't mean to lift him up the way he did, but unfortunately he did. And Jake's okay. Naden's okay. Hopefully those two can go and have a beer sometime and just put it behind them. But shit happens, I guess. But ProEnzo, you're man the match from the game. Tigers Manly. Who's your man the match?
It's between the two forwards, I think. It's between Olaquatu and Aloye. But for me, I'm going to go with Aloye for man of the match. I think Aloye was. I think for me, he was just everywhere in terms of making running meters, tackles, and just his impact. Like this is the first time I've really seen him be this destructive before. I think he's slowly getting up there as one of the better front rows in the game. Maybe like a top 15, maybe close to top 10, maybe in my opinion, as of form this
year. Pushing it. You're fucking pushing it, bro.
I know, but as of form and so far this year, he wouldn't be a bad shout. But
I'm not going there with you. I ain't going that far with you.
Fair enough.
You can push top 20, but I ain't going near the top 10. Ain't no fucking way I'm doing that.
Not yet.
I mean, he's definitely shown signs this year where he's shown glimpses of being very dominant. And I thought this afternoon he was very good and Scored the first try, scored the last try, played brilliant. I'm with you. Josh Alloway is my man of the match as well. And the Seagulls, too good for the Tigers, winning 30 points to 4 down there at Campbelltown. We'll get into the next game now. Not much of a game. We probably won't spend too much time on this one. Penrith Panthers 42, Newcastle Knights 6. ProEnzo Vidz. It was pretty much a game of football training for Penrith, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, they score tries for fun, do they? They just love scoring tries, and they don't care what they do to the opposition or how harsh it might be to them. They just do them, and they really just kill teams very easily. And unfortunately for Newcastle, at home at a home game where there's like 21,000 fans, and like how committed their fans are, it's not fair for them to sit through that and see what happened with the Panthers today and see Knights struggle like that. It's just disappointing. But Penrith are too good, and that's the story of it.
This is going to sound really, really fucking harsh. When Penrith scored that try for William and kick out and it was 12-0, the game was already over. You know how sad that is? When a team scores that second try and gets to 12-0, you know the game's over for Newcastle. It's just so fucking sad to even say that. But it just proves how good teams like Penrith and Melbourne are compared to the bottom teams. Like, for example, teams like Newcastle, Gold Coast, Bulldogs, Warriors, they can't compete with Penrith and Melbourne. They're nowhere near it. Those two are a level above. It's like a game of fucking football training. I feel sorry for my good friend ZTank99, who's a regular YouTuber, currently over 1,000 subscribers. He was at the game. From what I understand, he left at halftime. I don't blame him one bit. I would have left too.
Fair enough, yeah.
It was 26-0 at halftime in favour of Penrith, and I'm sitting there at halftime. I'm going, fuck. Do I even watch the second half? I'm just sitting there on my phone, looking at the game, going, fuck me. Newcastle was so bad.
Yeah,
aren't they?
They're in a real hole at the moment. Newcastle, like it's embarrassing with the squad they have too, because their squad's like normally like it looks pretty good on paper, but they don't get the results. So that's the most disappointing.
Oh, such a bad game. This game, fuck, it was bad. The try scorers in the game: Nathan Cleary, William kick out, Taylor May, Brian Toto, Isaac Tago, Stephen Crichton. Brian Toto got a double, and Edgercles scored a late try, which did not matter whatsoever. Penrith win 42 points to 6. Newcastle, bro. Obviously, they lost Caleb Ponga early to a Category 1 HIA where he failed. That could put Queensland in a bit of drama for Origin if he can't play. I think he'd be good to go, though. Newcastle, how do they turn this around, bro?
Well, I think it comes down to what their halves are. I don't know if the halves pairing at the moment is the right one, because they've got a couple of people like Clune, Clifford, Hoy,
Milford today with Jay Clifford.
Yeah, Milford. I don't know what the best halves combination is at that club. Like, they don't really have a real main halfback, and I know you've said this a couple of times, and I think you're right when you say losing Mitchell Pearce is probably one of the biggest regrets they've probably had coming into this season.
Yep. Fucking right.
Because he's a real halfback, and he would have done a lot better today if he was there. So, to me, Newcastle, it's so hard to get a read on them. It's just disappointing. They're really shit.
They will finish between 16th and 12th. They won't get any higher than 12th if they're lucky to get that far. They are a mess. Adam O'Brien, I feel sorry for him. There's nothing he can do. The halves pairing is just dog shit. Things at Newcastle aren't happy right now, but I got to say, the Newcastle Knights supporters are some of the most loyal fans in the game. 21,000 against Penrith. I mean, fuck. You wouldn't get 21,000 if it was Bulldogs and Penrith at fucking Belmore.
No, probably not.
You wouldn't get 15,000 for it, I don't reckon. The way the Bulldogs are going, and Newcastle, their fans are always turning up, even if they are getting flogged by 40. They always turn up in numbers, so it's good to see. But Penrith today were just too good, and good to see Nathan Cleary bounce back from Origin. He had a bad game in Origin 1, obviously. Had a great game this afternoon. Had a blinder against Newcastle, so good to see Nathan Cleary keeping his head up. And I know it was only Newcastle, but it was good to see Nathan Cleary back up from Origin and have a great game this afternoon. Good for his confidence.
Yeah, a real confidence booster, exactly. And he needs a game like that before Origin starts again because we
Definitely.
need clear confidence for game two. We need him on his game if we want to still have a
We
chance
need
of
him at his best for game 2, yes, no doubt
bringing the
about it.
series out. Yeah.
All right, well, we'll move on from this game in just a sec, but, mate, your man of the match from Newcastle versus Penrith this afternoon.
My man in the match, yeah, I'm gonna give the Cleary. I think Cleary
Yeah,
was a
me too.
standout. He was a
Me
standout,
too.
and yeah.
That 40-20 he kicked was fucking brilliant too. That 40-20 he
Oh
kicked.
yeah, that was a great thing that he did
That
change the
was
game.
fucking class. Penrith too good for the Knights, 42 points to 6. Nathan Cleary is our man of the match. And the final game for Super Sunday, I guess you could call it. Cronulla Sharks 38, New Zealand Warriors 16, up there at Moreton Daly Stadium in Redcliffe. ProEnzo, the Warriors, got off to a great start, didn't they? But then they just fell away towards the end.
Yeah, well, that's right. I mean, they were in it, and they definitely had a chance to maybe get a chance to lead and maybe hold on for a win. But typical Warriors don't play 80 minutes, don't ever stay consistent in a match, and they just faded away just like that. And who's to say that? Yeah, who can say they're not surprised by that because it always happens now, and
It
they're
happened
they're in
against
a
Newcastle a few weeks ago, remember?
yeah, and it's happened a couple of other times as well this year. So the Warriors are in a lot of trouble, and yeah, they're fucked. That's the best way to put it.
Mate, I was talking to All Out Champa just during the game, and he said Sean Johnson's the worst halfback of the 2022 NRL season so far. And
So, yeah,
if you have a look at all 16 NRL halfbacks, with all due respect, Sean Johnson would be in the bottom 4 worst halfbacks right now. You rank it all the NRL halfbacks from 1 to 16. Sean Johnson is in the bottom 4 for sure.
yeah, definitely. I mean, it's unfortunate as it is because he's such a good player, but
Yeah.
this year's washed up.
Well, I mean, I don't want to be rude, but I'm just off the top of my head looking at halfbacks. Toby Sexton would be up there.
Yeah, Sexton.
Toby Sexton, Sean Johnson, Jake Clifford, and the Bulldogs halfback Flanagan.
Oh, Flanagan. Yeah,
They would be the 4 worst in the game right now.
yeah. I think you're right. I mean, I can't see anyone else that goes there.
Yeah, I don't know who else. I mean, Hastings is definitely not it's not that bad. Jamal
No.
Fogarty's not that bad. Everybody else has got a good. Lachlan Ilias is probably a bit better than all 4 of them that I just mentioned at the moment. So
Yeah,
I think that is probably the bottom 4 halfbacks right now. I know it's a bit negative to say that, but it's the truth. And Sean Johnson, his job, he was signed back to the New Zealand Warriors to fix the leadership, the game management, the controlling, the directing, everything that a halfback's supposed to be. Ever since Sean Johnson's gone back to the Warriors, he has done the complete opposite. In my opinion, the Warriors are lost with Sean Johnson, and I reckon the Warriors regret signing him back because his career has gone backwards. It's gotten worse, and it's disappointing.
Yeah, well, when he first signed, everyone was happy because obviously he did so many good things for that club and great things for the time he was there. But maybe because of his age, he's getting older now and he's kind of getting a bit weaker. It's not working, unfortunately, for him. He might be let go at the end of the season too.
Well, it's a shame with the Warriors, bro, because I started so well. Reece Walsh scored his first try of the season. Excuse
Yeah,
me. It's round
how?
14. It's round 14, and your superstar fullback, allegedly superstar my ass, scores his first try of the year in round 14. What? Why does it take your fullback 14 weeks to score a try?
That's too long. Like, I don't get it.
You expect your fullback to score at least 1 try in the first 6 weeks of the season.
Yeah, no doubt. It's 14 weeks. What the fuck?
And then Wade Egan scored more tries than fucking half of the Warriors' backs, I reckon. I could be wrong on that, but fucking sure he has. Warriors at 12-0. I got off to a great start, and then they fucked up. Tries to Toa, Talakai, Mulatalo, Moylan, Katoa. Half time is 24-12 Cronulla. I'm going, fuck me, it was 12-0 Warriors. What are they doing? Bro, at half
Yeah.
time, I couldn't believe it. Shucks scored 5 tries to fucking 2.
Oh, it was all rampage. It was honestly just terrible.
The poor old Warriors. And then we get to the second half. Tried to Tennis Lesniak, 24-16 game on, and then I guess probably the most controversial thing in the game, Ronaldo Molotalo's second try in the corner. I don't believe that was a try. I thought his leg was out. I'm not convinced that he scored that. The on-field decision was no try, but they believe the ball was grounded before his knee was out. I don't agree with that. Molotalo's second try, Lorenzo, try or no try?
No try. He was out before he put the ball down.
Yeah. Nah, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I thought that was a tough call, but Sharks went on to score again for Will Kennedy because Walsh knocked the ball on. Obviously, DWZ scored one of the best tries of the season in the corner. That was fucking remarkable.
Oh, yeah.
How good was that try?
That was fucking great. Like, how did he jump that high? I don't know.
And then Sione Katoa got an intercept with about 5 to go, and the Sharks ended up winning 38 points to 16. But hey, I got one thing right about this game. I predicted Sharks by 22, so that was nice. Got that right.
Oh yeah. No, that is good actually.
Got all my tips right so far, so I thought that was going well so far, mate. All my tips are right. 7 from 7 so far. Need Parramatta to win tomorrow for 8 from 8.
Yeah, fucking Roosters have let me down so far.
You mean Tupanua let you down with that kick, the bastard?
Oh yeah, if he put that down, fuck. It would have been a different game, maybe.
Well, mate, what'd you make of the Sharks? I thought the Sharks started slow, but then once they got going, they were on, weren't they?
Well, the Sharks, this is what they needed because they were like 7th in the ladder and they were like really down, and they've been probably worse form than as of late. But I think this win brings a lot of confidence to them and it helps their for and against, and I think it just helps them sort of bring confidence back and make them play probably better. And it's a win that they can take a lot out of. I know it's the Warriors, but look, win's a win, and this definitely helps them in so many ways. So it was a good performance by them.
The Sharks away from home this year have been a bit iffy as well, and their record in Queensland hasn't been great this year. They lost to Brisbane, they lost to Canberra at Magic Round at Brisbane. They beat the Titans just, and they got over the Warriors after a slow start. So, they're 2-2 in Queensland, so they're a bit up and down up there this year. They do play Cowboys up there later this year in Townsville, so that'll be interesting to see how they go there. But the other question I got for you, bro, is not Matty Moreland, the Sharks back row. Wade Graham or Teague Wilton? Wade Graham, I thought, had another solid game. I thought he was good today in defence. Would you start Wade Graham or would you start Teague Wilton?
For me, Wilton, because he's been there all year starting, and I think, well, I don't want to be rude, but Wade Graham, like we've talked about this before, he's past, in my opinion, bit old, bit stale, and I think he's just more of a bench player now. So I think Wilson's the future, and I think you start him.
I think Wade Graham would add more of the bench anyway. Impact, experience, leadership. He has all those categories. Teague Wilton, future back row of the club. I think Teague Wilton should be the starting back row going forward. And when he came on, I thought he was good. But Wade Graham, better off the bench, I think.
Yeah, no, I agree with that too.
Well, mate, you man the match for the Warriors and Sharks game tonight. You man the match. Who would you go with?
Yeah, there's a couple from the Sharks I could have gone with, but I think Katoa deserves it, in my opinion. I think Katoa was exceptional with the hat trick and with just the way he played. Like some of his plays he did, like good tackles and big runs, and yeah, he was everywhere. So I think Katoa gets my man of the match.
I'm going to go with Matt Moylan. I thought Matt Moylan was outstanding tonight. I thought Moylan had a blinder.
Yeah, that's a good call, actually. He was good.
Thought Matt Moylan had a great game. So Matt Moylan is my man of the match for the Sharks. 38-16 win over the New Zealand Warriors. But ProEnzo Vidz, that concludes the Sunday football review, mate. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, no worries, bro. It was good to review the games and good to be back on the channel again as well, feeling better. So keen for the next time on.
Mate, you sound better, and I've got to say as well, good luck Friday night. Brookvale Oval, 6 o'clock Friday night.
Yes.
Manly Cowboys. Should be a big game, mate.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a very interesting game because I think they can go either way. So, good luck to you too. It should be a very good one.
And the fucking pressure will be on us because we're playing in Sydney again for the second time this year, so the media will fucking give it to us all week. You watch.
Yeah, last time.
Oh, well, we'll see how we go. But Mate, thanks for coming on. And everyone, go and subscribe to ProEnzo Vidz if you haven't already. His YouTube channel is in the description below. There's a link to it there, so go and subscribe if you haven't already. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Monday football review between the Dogs and the Eels. Until then, have a fantastic night. Like, subscribe, and next week, Manly Cowboys, Cowboys 13+.